December's not here today. She's out of town, so um, we're missing our right hand helper.
Let's see what's the best way. You can see that, right?
Yeah, it would be nice if you were a little further back from the camera so we can see a little more of you.
Well, you don't need to see the top of me. Let's see. Back here.
Yeah, that's good.
Just trying to get the background out of there. Let's see. Where am I? Over here. No, that's not working either. All right. I was just trying to get some less background, but sorry about that. Come on, let's keep trying here. Can you see me now?
Okay, that looks good.
Got white walls and white pants on.
So you
So,
have your right leg up on the chair.
no, sorry, I'm gonna stand with my left leg on the chair and the back of the chair is to my left.
Okay.
So your feet are both in the same direction. Find a height of a stool that's comfortable for you or a chair. And the first move is to just let your knee drop to the back of the chair. And your ankle rolls a little bit. Come back to neutral. Same thing. And then my knee's going to go.
Debbie,
Yeah.
do you have any details about placing the foot? Because I noticed that there is a difference if I put my foot not so far away from my other foot on the chair, but then there is less balance. And if it's a bit further away so that there is more space here in front of the hip, then it feels a bit more stable. Do you have any specific ideas about that?
Whatever feels stable is what you need to do.
Okay. Yes, thank
I
you.
see that the angle between Debbie's upper leg and lower leg is just about a right angle.
Oh, let me turn this down a little bit so you can see. I'm in a small room, that's why I can't. Let's see. Ah, can't see all of me. You see my feet now?
Yes.
And
Oops, wrong foot. Okay, so the back of the knee's going to touch. The knee's going to touch the back of the chair. My ankle rolls a little bit. Then I come forward and just rotate the ankle. So I go from the big toe to the little toe. Come back to neutral. I'm just going to move forward. Could be a path one. And then back. And with this, I'm going to let my hips roll forward. And when I go back, the elbow is going to drop a little. You feel this in both feet, the one that's on the chair and ankle, both ankles, and the one that's on the floor. Just go to whatever range is comfortable for you. When I come back to neutral, and then he's going to travel clockwise in a circle. There shouldn't be any strain in either leg. Breathe in, breathe out. And then reverse direction.
You keep your foot, yeah, inverting, everting, yeah, along the way.
So I can also think of the foot on the floor. I'm going to the ball of the foot, to the heel of the foot. It stays flat on the floor.
but you can also keep the whole foot in contact with the chair, or you could also inversion and eversion so that you have a bigger eversion and inversion or a smaller one with the foot, while the knee is making quite a big circle. Does that matter or not really?
I think it's to what your comfort zone is. People were saying that this was a lot for them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's whatever your comfort zone is.
Mm.
I sort of give you a recipe and you can add or subtract to it.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one is that I'm going to, let's see, a little close to the wall. Back to neutral. And I'm gonna make, I'll call it a lunge bigger. So when I go forward, the knee bends more. My leg that's on the floor the heel is still down. And then I come back and there's some rotation in the leg that's on the chair. So I rotate to straighten out the knee.
What do you mean by you rotate? What are you rotating?
My left hip, it's like it's a path 3.
Okay, yeah, you're pulling it back.
I need
up and back.
to do that a little to get my leg to straighten. I could do it just straight. But if you need a little help, you can think of path 3 to let the hip rotate back a little bit. Depends on your flexibility. And then you can extend forward again. And back. And do that. I do this thing about 3 to 5 rotations, come back to neutral, and retest the first move, which is the knee moving towards the back of the chair. And when I touch the back of the chair, I'll even press into the chair a little bit, and I feel that on the inseam, the inner muscles. And then come forward, and just, does that feel any different than when you started? And then you slowly take that leg down off the chair. And just do a little bit of a scan with one leg, the other. Does one leg feel different from the other?
Yeah, the leg that we had on the chair feels about 6 inches longer than my other leg.
It means you did it right. You got a good result. Anybody else?
I was experiencing what I call hip farts in my artificial hip when we did the test moves. It was all like, rubbery and
Kwartier achterop,
squeaky.
houden P1 en vertrek.
And it wasn't doing that anymore after the movements. They had sort of reintegrated.
And with your hip, if you needed to start with a lower stool or something lower.
I'm pretty flexible, so it's not really, there's no pain, there's no, but it's just, it was not wanting to come into internal rotation. So, I mean, it's not that it wasn't wanting to, it just was making that weird kind of squeaky sound. And
So should we do the other side or just leave it as is? What do you
Yeah.
think?
no, we
No,
should
the other side, please. Other side.
definitely.
Checking. So I'm going to put my right foot onto the chair. And the left foot is on the floor, the standing leg. This side may feel different from the other side. So do you remember what the first move was?
Drop your knee towards the back of the chair.
Yeah.
Yep, then across the midline, allowing the ankle and foot to roll open as the knee rolls open.
And you can pause, with the knee touching the back of the chair, just to let that open. Then you go rotate across the midline, feeling the ankle. And I come back to neutral, and we're going to go forward a little bit into path 1. And then rotate, come back to path 2. Tailbone drops a little bit. I even have my neck flattens a little bit. Like I said, this side may feel different from the other side. Inhale, exhale, don't hold your breath. And then back to neutral. And we'll let the knee go clockwise. You can start small. You can also sense the foot on the floor, going to the ball of the foot, to the big toe, to the heel, to the little toe. And then reverse. Like I said, you can do each phase, each step 3 to 5 times or whatever feels good. And then do you remember the next step?
Elasticize.
You're gonna go forward even bigger, larger. If you need to move the standing leg back a little. Again, it depends on your flexibility. And then I come back and straighten out the leg that's on the chair, straighten out the knee. If I keep my right foot is on the chair, if I keep my hand on the back of the chair, when I extend out the knee, straighten out the knee, I can feel that up in my shoulder. It's just a
You
nice.
keep your foot flat on the chair, Deb, or do your toes come up?
Mine's flat. But if you're not able to, you can work up to that. Then come back to neutral. Retest the first move where the knee touches the back of the chair. Compress into the chair for a couple seconds. And then let it come across the midline to the big toe, the little toe. And if you feel your hip click or make a noise or something's uncomfortable, just check where the rest of your spine and your posture aligns. It might be your shoulders are rolled forward or your chin is forward. And then slowly take that foot off the chair and do a scan.
Both legs feel longer now, and also the glutes are included. So I sense my legs from my feet up to my glutes, and the top part of my pelvis is much more awake.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And for some people, they can't get on the floor to do these sorts of hip things. So that's why I find the chair is more adaptable for people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that. I used to do a version of something like that in kneeling, but I find that the kneeling position is more challenging for me now, and it's hard on the knees, and the chair is a lot friendlier.
Exactly. That's yeah. Because I do things on the knees or in quadruped, but this seems to be more doable for a lot of my clients.
And I love that it's working everything, the feet, the ankles, the legs, the hips, like together. So it feels like a whole chain there.
Yeah, when we do the extension, I also feel it up in the
Yes,
side of
I'm
the
getting
room.
there. I'm getting there. especially when you mention it. I was kind of focusing on the lower end, but yeah, I guess it goes both ways.
Yeah, you have to really relax and breathe to let it allow that space. Okay,
Cool,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Deb.
you're welcome. What else is on our agenda today? I didn't,
Um,
I don't have it in front of me.
I don't think we had anything else planned specifically. Um, so are there other things that people would like to review?
We I think had interrupted the case studies that you were going to show us, Kimmy.
Uh-huh.
We only looked at one, I think, in the
We
end.
we did two of them.
Oh, two. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you have an extra one under your in your sleeve, accessible, that would certainly be always interesting.
Okay. I do have one. It's a little complicated, but we can start in on it. Are there any other suggestions before we switch to that? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no.
What was that, Hildegard?
Yeah, maybe Russian dancer, but that's maybe not the Russian dancer on the
Yeah,
on the
I
floor.
love the Russian dancer. I do it every day.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be nice to. I also do it a few times a week,
Uh,
but it would be nice maybe to recap it, and also hear your guidance in it
okay.
again, or
Uh,
the guidance of Deb. That would also
is
be
that
nice.
okay with the other people here?
Yeah, sure. I always loved the Russian dancer too. I've been doing Vivienne's practice, leading with the forehead, leading with the hip, which
Uh-huh.
is similar to the Russian dancer. It's just a little different, but
Mhm. Okay. All right. So I will spotlight myself. Can lie down.
are we doing the Russian dancer first? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Um, I don't know if we'll have time to do
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
third. Okay, you can lie on your back. And do a quick body scan. Just notice how your feet are positioned, how much space there is behind the back of your knee, how much weight is on your buttocks. Is it the same on both sides? How are your shoulder blades contacting the floor? And what part of your head contacts the floor? You can also notice what position your arms are in. Are your palms facing your body, facing the ceiling, or facing the floor? And there's no wrong or right. You're just observing. So you can bend your knees, bring your feet towards your buttocks so that your legs are standing. And you can cross your arms in front of your body. And with very light touch, each hand can grasp the other arm. And we'll start with rotation. So if you move your left knee down, feel how you can turn your arms and your head to the right. So when the left knee moves down, the pelvis turns to the right. And so you can make the arms and the head also turn to the right. Everything is moving in the same direction. Repeat that several times. And then you can do the same on the other side. The right knee moves down to turn the pelvis to the left, and the arms and the head turn to the left. And you can alternate between moving the left knee down and the right knee down. And see how your breathing coordinates with the movement. And come back to rest with your arms and head turned to the left. And your right knee moving down to turn your pelvis to the left. So now we're going to change the direction that the pelvis is moving by moving the left knee down. Now the pelvis is turning to the right, and the arms and the head are still turned to the left. So the pelvis is the odd one out at this point. It's the part of the spine that's moving in the opposite direction from the other side parts. So shift your knee, so the opposite is knee is going down, and the arms and head are turned to the right. So the pelvis is turned to the left, the arms and head are turned to the right. And you'll go back and forth, noticing how it feels when the pelvis turns in the opposite direction from the other two segments. And again, you can come to rest with your arms and head turned to the left, and your left knee is moving down to turn the pelvis to the right. Is there a question? Okay. Now we're going to make the head the odd one out, and we do that by moving the arms to the right. The left knee is going down, which turns the pelvis to the right. The arms are now going to the right, and the head is still turned to the left. So the head is the odd one out. And you can again move each segment to the opposite side and feel how the pelvis and the thoracic spine are moving in the same direction, while the head is moving in the opposite direction. And come to a rest with your pelvis turned to the left and your arms turned to the left and your head turned to the right. The next and last variation is to make the arms or the thoracic spine the odd one out. So you're going to move your pelvis so that the left pelvis is moving down to turn the pelvis to the right. The arms are turned to the left, so the thoracic spine is turned to the left, and the head is turned to the right, so the neck is turned to the right. And again, you can switch each segment to the opposite side and feel how your spine feels when the head and pelvis are turning in the same direction, but the arms are turning in the opposite direction. And when you're ready, you can put your legs down, your arms down. And just notice again a few things about how your body's contacting the floor. How are your feet positioned? How close is the back of your knee to the floor? How much weight is there on each buttock? How does your low back feel? How close is that to the floor? How are the shoulder blades contacting the floor? And in which direction are the hands facing? So next we can bend the knees again, bring the feet close to the buttocks, and we can do paths 1 and 2. The big thing to remember when doing paths 1 and 2 is that the pelvis and legs need to initiate the movement. So if you put weight on your feet and lift your buttocks just a little bit and move your knees down towards your toes in that direction so that your buttocks are lifting up off the ground, you'll find if you hold your arms about 6 inches above your torso, that as you do that movement, the arms will start to move up towards your head. And that's the sign that your body is ready to move your arms up over your head. Once your arms are up over your head, start bringing your pelvis down and your low back down. And again, you'll feel your arms start to move down. So you're using that cue from the movement of the pelvis to know when the arms are ready to move up or down. And if you move the arms earlier, you may get a lot of crepitus in your shoulders. You can do a little variation when you get your arms up. You can clasp your fingers together and then turn your hands so that the palms are facing away from the top of your head. You get a little more lengthening in your arms. And you can go move your arms left and right a bit and feel that the muscles right around your axilla or armpits get to lengthen when you do the side word motion. And you can put your buttocks down. And again, as you put your buttocks down, you'll feel your arms wanting to move down too. And then it's, you might say, safe to move them down. Safe meaning that the other joints of the body, particularly the glenohumeral joint, is ready for that, the ball of the humerus to rotate downward. And for the lateral bending, I've been doing sort of exercises where I keep my head in the middle and move my uh, pelvis to one side and let the arms move with pelvis. So if I move my pelvis over to the right, my right elbow is going to move up and my left elbow moves down. But I'm not bending my head or neck. I'm just working on feeling how the arms and the spine work together. So I'm on path 6. My weight's on the right. I'm moving my pelvis to the right. My right side is lengthening. I can do the same thing on the other side. Weight on the left. Left side is lengthening. My head staying in the middle. My left elbow moves up. And since we had Doug Johnson's class, I have been thinking when I do this, and we can alternate sides, right side, left side, feeling how the collarbones move when you do this exercise. And you can bring your arms down, take a rest. You can do the same movements with using path 5 instead of path 6. Again, not bending the neck or spine, excuse me, the neck or head, keeping the head still in the center. When we do this, it means that the thoracic spine really needs to take part in the side bending. And I think we all have a tendency to use the cervical spine to side bend and not think about the fact that especially the upper thoracic spine also needs to side bend. So we'll be in path 5, weight on the right. You're going to lengthen the opposite side. So the pelvis is going to move a little bit to the left, and the left arm goes up, the right arm goes down. And again, you can feel or imagine how your collarbones are moving. The left one is becoming more vertical, and the right one is a little more at an angle. We do the same on the other side. Weight on the left foot, moving the pelvis to the right. Right elbow goes up, left elbow goes down. And then we can add the movement of the cervical spine and head so that we're doing a complete side bend. Again, your arms are at shoulder height, weight's on the right foot. You lengthen the right side, right elbow goes up, head bends to the right, left, excuse me. The cervical spine is lengthening on the right. The whole spine is lengthening on the right. Now, if we keep the weight on the right foot, we can do path 5. Weight's on the right. This time you move, slide your pelvis a little to the left. You let the left spine and cervical spine, thoracic spine, lumbar spine are all opening on the left side. The left elbow goes up, the right elbow goes down. And if you want to go back and forth between path 6, you can keep the weight on the right, lengthen the right side, and then keep the weight on the right and lengthen the left side. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we have time to do that whole thing on the left side. So we can do path 6 on the left. Your weight will be on the left foot. You're going to open your vertebrae on the left side of your spine. Your pelvis moves to the left. The left spine lengthens all the way up to your skull. And when you come back, it's helpful to start coming back from the bottom. So when you come back, you're going to move your pelvis back towards neutral, and the spine comes back to neutral from the bottom towards the top. And if we do path 5 with the weight on the left, you can lift your buttocks a little bit so you have room to move. Move your buttocks over to the right with the weight on the left. Open the right side of your spine, thoracic spine, and cervical spine. And your head is tilting. So your left ear is facing downward or facing your feet. And then you can come back. And you can alternate path 6 on the right and then the left. Same side lengthening. And then path 5. First with your weight on the right foot, left side lengthens. Then with your weight on the left foot, right side lengthens. And you can come back to the middle, put your legs down, and do the body scan again. Again, notice how your feet are positioned, how much space is there behind your knees, how much space is there between your low back and the floor. How are your shoulder blades touching the floor? What part of your head is in contact with the floor? And what direction are your hands facing? How close are your shoulders, your glenohumeral joints to the floor? Okay. Questions, comments?
Oh, I notice I tend to forget pathway 5 and 6 in the Russian dancer. I do usually the odd one out. So it
Uh-huh.
was to have a reminder to also include pathways 5 and 6, which was nice. And I experimented a bit with the eyes
Uh-huh.
in the
Good.
beginning with the eyes closed and then open, but it felt more present with the eyes open. And then I noticed also a bit of difference between being open and being open. So when I focused a bit on the movement, then my eyes were open, but I was not really out into the space. And then I reminded myself all the time to be out into the space or looking into the space as well and letting the eyes move also with the movement, which was a nice exploration.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. That's a good addition.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Thank you, Kimi, for taking us through the Russian dance with
You're
pathway
welcome.
5 and 6.
I've been doing a lot of yard work and my lower ribs feel so much better now.
Good.
Really opened them up.
Uh-huh.
They were getting pretty compressed.
Yeah. Yeah,
Reagan.
I found, especially since Doug's class, that I've been thinking about the collarbones a lot when I do 5 and 6.
It was nice that you mentioned that too, because I watched the video as well. Yeah,
Mhm.
so it's nice that you added that in. Yeah.
Thanks, Hildegard, for bringing up the Russian dancer. And yeah, for me, it feels really good to get to that whole upper back chunk to unglue that. And I think also the weight of the arms a little bit, grounding, being in supine really helps work the spine differentiation.
Uh-huh.
And
I, I,
I don't, go ahead, sorry.
I think that the weight bearing helps us perceive what the spine is doing better, more
Yeah.
easily.
And I don't remember doing the Russian dancers in paths 1, 2, 5, and 6.
Oh, yeah?
So I guess I must have really kept to paths 3 and 4. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, yeah, oh, revelation, definitely.
Uh-huh.
Who knew there was that much more? Because it definitely was intriguing to, wait for the arms to release overhead and work
Yeah.
with the paths 1 and 2 to, work the arms. And I always like, having
Mhm.
that C7 work out. So the way you did it initially was really, really great. Thank you. Thank you, Kimmy.
You're welcome.
Great practice video. Not only do we have the practice session, but we'll have the practice video.
That's right.
It's a Russian dancer special and a hip
Yes.
opener. So 2 for
Uh-huh.
1.
Yes. It was very nice, a session. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
also
whole
for
body. It was
the hip opener. Yeah.
super.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
It was a small group, but an excellent practice.
Uh-huh.
Well worth it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Agreed.
You're welcome. So we'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you
Let's
both.
see. Are any of you presenting on Sunday?
No,
I'm next
not.
week.
Yes,
No.
me too.
Okay.
It's Viviane and Claire and
Right.
someone
And
else.
I think
Joe?
Alpha, maybe.
Alpha, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Have a nice evening or afternoon.
Afternoon.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.